Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Well, this golf course goes back a long ways, to 1878, in fact. We're at Royal Troon Golf Club in Scotland. Rich Slaughter alongside Frank Novello. And Frank, where are some of the scoring opportunities out here?
Well, normally when the Open Championships played, the breeze comes out of the sort of northwest, which means those first few holes are played down breeze and the closing stretch is played into the breeze. So really you sort of make your hay on the way out and then you hang on for dear life on the way in. That doesn't really change because you have some rather short par fours to start.
We're set to go here at Royal Troon. Frank, it's always nice to get it started with a gentle opening hole.
And this is very much what this first hole is. The wind often comes off the sea on the right, so you can play your tee shot from those two bunkers on the right, let it drift back into the fairway.
What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea. Should be safely on deck.
That is a green in regulation as the approach shot hits the first green, but he is by no means in for par yet. A lengthy putt coming up. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
This one has a good line. Oh, yeah, he's going to love that one, Frank. Sensational effort.
No, just eat that up.
And ready to tee off here at the par 4, 391 yards second.
Yeah, it's not overly long. The biggest priority for the players is just avoiding the bunkers. All 11 of them, whether it be with your tee shot or the second hole. But at that modest length, it is very much a birdie hole.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up? It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. So on the putting surface and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Not a real hard game, is it? Birdie to open. Frank, looking at the third, what are the sort of key decisions that you have to make?
There's two bunkers down the left. They're not really the issue. They're the burn. That's about 285 yards. This is not a hole, really. You just take the driver out and swing away. Just something that stays up short of that's just going to leave you a short iron in.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
115 yards left. Frank, what's that, a good 6-iron for you? Frank, there was another playoff at Royal Troon 2004 in another case where a Hall of Fame player was beaten.
That's right. That was Ernie Els versus Todd Hamilton. Todd Hamilton had won Honda earlier in the year. He'd left the Japanese tour. And he'd gone to the Open Championship actually full of confidence, but unbeknown to Ernie Els, he was going to be beaten by the use of the utility club. Remember, Todd Hamilton, time and time again, when he would miss the green, would chip with the utility club and beat Ernie Els in that 4-hole playoff.
And now we see so many players using that shot from just off the green. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
So just a formality here. Did the job right there. Hole number 4, Frank, can you cut the corner on the tee shot on this dog leg right par 5?
Well, Rich, you have to guarantee you can carry the ball at least 280 yards. That bunker that protects that side is the big problem if you go down the right.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. Frank, the beauty of the game, the changing conditions. You've played it all over the world, and you don't play it inside a dome, do you?
Yeah, anybody can play on a fine, still day, but what separates the good from the great is actually days like today. That's when that little extra attention to detail, the better strike, the better swing is certainly going to pay dividends.
That one ends up in the rough.
That went sideways. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. Now, the first par 3 here at Royal Troon. It's the 5th hole. A little bit more than 200 yards. What's the challenge here, Frank?
A lot depends on the breeze. Plus, you remember, you've got to allow for the roll and the bounce here. So anything pitching on the front of the green, let that ball release or kick towards the middle and back of this green.
Well, you could hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. On the green, and a chance for birdie. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
This one's tracking. And he has it, Frank.
I don't believe it.
Frank, it's all about the difficult rough off the right-hand side of the green here at the hole they call the slopes.
Yeah, 600 plus yards par 5, so really you don't want to be flirting with that right side. Are you for real? It was terrible.
This is going to be a tough day on the links. I mean, even the seagulls are walking to work. So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Looking to keep it going here, Frank.
Yeah, another example of things just working as they should.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Frankie seems to have found something. Already 2 birdies in a row and now another chance.
Yeah, it's all starting to flow here. This is really important. He's starting to play well, so finish it off here for 3 in a row.
Frank, we're moving inland now to the 7th hole. It's a 405-yard par 4. What's ahead?
Little dogleg to the right. A couple of bunkers right on the corner of it. So once again, check the breeze and somehow find that fairway. Rich, these winds haven't subsided at all today. It's certainly a tough test out there right now for these players.
They get your attention, don't they, as a player?
They have club selection right now, vital.
You put the ball back in your stance just a little bit?
If you're going to hit it down.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Frank, here we go again. Another shot from the rough.
Yeah, let's see if he learned his lesson. This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Frank, that reminds you of maybe what, the greatest bunker player of all time? Locked in on the read and the speed. Frank, I thought that was in. That's about as depressing a moment as there is in golf. When you miss the bogey putt, you know you're staring at double. Just a couple of feet. -3 now for the round. Frank, the 8th hole, it is one of the most famous in the world, the little postage stamp, par 3.
Yeah, the front part of the screen's the widest, Rich. Then it starts to narrow up, so you never know. Maybe going a little lower if you're going to go towards the back of the green. But really, if you're going to err, you want to err on that first third, first half of the screen.
Yeah, you don't want to come in too hot and roll it off the back.
This is way left going left.
And that one's going to be in the rough, it looks like. How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. And he's made it onto the green. Nice par to remain 3 under. Frank, how does the front 9 finish up with this par 4?
Well, the par 4 ninth is called the Monk. It's not overly long, 423 yards, dogleg to the right. Just one bunker down the left to be avoided.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Good contact, good result.
Yeah, Rory's like a car that just has an extra gear. You know, if you've got five-speed gearbox, Rory's got 6. If you've got a 6-speed gearbox, he's got 7.
He's the souped-up Ferrari or Lamborghini. He can go. He's Formula One.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up.
It's that sneaky distance.
Continues to putt beautifully. Setting up to start the back 9 here. And if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank Hill will be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You'll need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
And this attempt will be from about 130 yards.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here. Rich, too much grass between ball and club face.
Paid a price with the tee ball landing in the rough. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. And Frank, that steady play continues.
Rock solid. Excellent approach shot.
So Frank, that's a bogey, and I can't help but think the double bogey he made earlier just flat out took the wind right out of the sails.
Yeah, he still hasn't recovered from that, Rich. You can see that in the demeanor, and it's still shaky.
Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait. And at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. Routine stuff for Rory. That's a par. Frank, how do you size up the 12th hole here at Royal Troon?
Well, first look at 430 yards, you'd think it'd be a rather easy par 4. But that's not really the issue. The issue is course right and left.
Frank, this one is veering far to the left. Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Very nicely done, right on the dance floor. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Keeps the momentum going with that putt. Stays at 3 under. Frank beginning to head towards home. This is the 13th of par 4.
Another dogleg right. Problem isn't really the tee shot here, even though there's undulations and mounds all over the fairway. Second shot's played uphill to an elevated green. I tell you, there's long and long, and that with a little bit of breeze behind, it's long.
He rode the wind there to payday. He's going to have a good look coming up. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Down, little Sheba, down!
Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
He'll need to be strong with this. This would give him the par. Par for McIlroy. But you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Frank, what kind of par 3 is the 14th here?
You can get sucked in here. Just 180 yards, which isn't considered that long. But if you look too much at the front of the green, you're going to see that's where the protection is.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. That one ends up in the rough.
That went sideways.
Frank, out of the rough, best to swing a little bit easier or get after it with all you have?
Well, a little bit in between. Obviously, it's going to require a little bit of strength to make sure that club keeps going through, but it's still the planning of the shot. Once again, check short. Is there anything I have to carry? And even remember, there's always the option of just simply pitching the ball down the fairway and taking your medicine.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Knocks that putt in for par to stay at 3 under. Frank, now at the 15th, and how hard is this par 4?
The key really is to get the ball on the fairway here. Avoid those 3 bunkers, because this is one of the flattest greens on the golf course. Get the ball on the green here. Any putt's makeable.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. In the fairway, it's lying nicely, and 180 yards left. Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he was thinking on that.
Solid play, heart of the green. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Those keep the round going, those par putts. Frank, here's the only par 5 on the back 9 at Royal Troon.
You'd think at 542 yards it would be reachable, but the burn that cuts across really limits the tee shot to about 280 yards. So it's very much about placing that second shot in a good distance for your third.
In the 1997 Open Championship here at Royal Troon, you played with Tiger Woods in the 3rd round. What did he do at this 16th hole?
He hit a driver for his second shot into a head breeze from about 270 yards. Managed to get it on the green, then knocked it in from about 45 feet for eagle.
You knew he was something special back then, didn't you?
Yeah, he was the only one that even tried that shot.
So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Now the game's #1 player, Rory McIlroy, ready with his approach. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. That will be a great look at birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Nothing lucky about this, just good play. 7 birdies on the round. 17th here at Royal Troon. This is a very strong par 3, isn't it, Frank?
Well, if rabbits have teeth, then this is why it's called rabbit. Very, very strong par 3.
And this is looking really good. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
That's a nice lag putt. Frank, what would you focus on a long putt?
that 3-foot circle, obviously you allow yourself a little bit more the further and further away you get, but just expectations lower a little bit. There's certain distances, just take 2.
Good solid work right there, and stays at 4 under. Frank, at the 1989 Open Championship, Greg Norman was in great position in that playoff with Mark Calcavecchi and I believe it was Wayne Grady. What happened to Norman?
Well, he started off tremendous in the playoff. The playoff was 1, 2, 17, and 18. He birdied the first and the second hole. Missed the 17th green just on the left. Took 3 from the edge, which allowed Calcavecchi and Wayne Grady back in. Then took driver up off 18. It bounced just 1 hop too far and found that bunker on the right side. And of course, the rest was history, and Mark Calcavecchi was crowned the Open champion.
The Great White Shark, so often so unlucky at major championships. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. Finished the round with an impressive 67. Frank, that was just a dazzling display of golf today.
It's amazing how a game at times that can be so hard and just absolutely drive you crazy can appear to be so simple. This was just an absolute joy to watch today.
So that'll do it for Frank Nobilo and our entire team. I'm Rich Lerner. Until next time.